Should we just do the outro?
No, I want to keep eating.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. Hey, I'm Lisa. It's a seriously humid summer's day here in Sydney's inner west, and what better excuse to eat 3 of this area's most luscious scoops of gelato. This is walking up an appetite. French philosopher Voltaire once said, "Ice cream is exquisite. What a pity it isn't illegal." And it is exquisite. I mean, ice cream has been a summer treat in Australia, particularly because of the hot climate, for kids and adults alike forever. And then along comes gelato. It originated in Italy and now you can buy it all over the world. Today I'm going to be walking more than 10 k's to visit 3 places with gelato worth lining up for. Today I'm walking on Wongal land, and I'm here in the suburb of Five Dock, where, really interestingly, more than 20% of the residents here have Italian heritage. What a perfect place to start our Italian gelato pilgrimage. I have been dreaming, and I'm so excited for a day of cool, sweet deliciousness. Time to get walking. Like everything, you can get good gelato, average gelato, exceptional gelato. And this is what I look for in a scoop. 1, it's got to be smooth and creamy, not icy and gritty. 2, I know it sounds a bit wanky, but it's got to have a great mouthfeel. That's how it feels when you eat it. 3, it's got to have flavour that jumps out at you. First lick, you've got to know what it is. And 4, and this is a personal thing, I don't want it too sweet. Now, I'm excited to introduce you to my walking partner for today. She rolls her eyes when I speak. She often messes up my kitchen, and people say she looks like me in photos. She is obsessed with ice cream and gelato. She's an emergency doctor in Sydney, and she makes me laugh all the time. It's my daughter, Jessie Goldberg. It's so funny to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here. Been looking forward to this for so long.
Me too. You and I planted the seed for this show together. So way back in the COVID months, Jessie moved out of home.
She kicked me out of home, actually.
You know, it's actually true, but that's a story for another day. And we were missing each other a lot, and with all the restrictions, we worked out this thing to do together, which we called
the pastry walk.
And we chose all these pastry places and went on the allowed walk together, and that's where it all started. Now, I know it's a bit early, but are you ready for some gelato eating?
I am always ready for some gelato eating.
All right, let's go. Made it all the way to the main shopping strip of Five Dock. It's taken us 2,324 steps to get here. This is an authentic Sicilian gelato shop. Just wait till you see what is inside.
I grew up in Sicily, and my mom, she had a gelateria back in Sicily, in Taormina. And we tried to bring Little Sicily back in Sydney, and we are well known for a really traditional Sicilian gelato shop because we're still baking handmade, we're still making artisan like gelato, like handmade granita, and we have like a customer coming from everywhere in Sydney just to try a traditional Sicilian.
Yeah, I've already eaten half because I couldn't wait. It's so good.
And because you bit it, which is crazy.
You got to bite the first bit, don't you? Just to make it smooth before you can start licking it.
I don't know.
Well, that's
you need to savour it.
I love this. I got chocolate. Boring, you may think, but I love simple things. And this reminds me of the chocolate of my childhood. It's an uncomplicated, really mild chocolate flavour, not too intense. And it's a really nice level of creaminess.
Can I try?
Do we share?
Yum.
It's good, isn't it?
It's just such a classic chocolate flavour.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
I love it.
And smooth. Yum.
And not too sweet, which I really, really like.
And I got the Mount Etna. It's masala and cinnamon. I'm very happy with this. It's yum. It's different.
Cheers, Jess.
Cheers.
Jessie's got a gelato burger, brioche bun made in-house with gelato, Nutella and cream. Yum.
I'm just dying to dig my teeth into it. Cheers.
I can't watch. So a proud moment.
That's actually amazing. Try it.
It's very hard to do this delicately.
How good is that?
Oh, wow. That is really delicious.
A fresh and light start to the day.
So come to Cremeria Giuseppina for the chocolate gelato and stay definitely for the gelato burger. This is sort of two questions in one. Mm-hmm. One, what are your childhood memories around ice cream and gelato? And two, was I a good mother?
No, I'm joking.
Which is
an amazing mother, because you'd always take me to get ice cream. I think my childhood memories of ice cream were, you know, when you'd schlep us hours to soccer and basketball and all our sports. And the best thing about the day would be the way back. We'd always stop at the service station and get an ice cream. And, you know, I was always a Milo girl. I can remember how it melted around that side.
Yeah.
You'd get the spoon and scoop it up, and that was the best thing.
Jess, tell me, which do you like more, eating or cooking?
Oh, it's hard. I love both so much. I think the best thing that I like the most out of all of it is the compliments I get when I cook. But, you know, I love cooking for my friends and bringing everyone together and then getting to eat it myself. It's the best of both worlds.
Agree. Jess, it's been awesome. I got to go eat more gelato. You got to go to work.
I think I'd rather just come with you.
Come on. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you later. Time for more gelato. So we have left Five Dock, crossed the Great Western Highway, walked through Ashfield and ended up here in Burwood. I'm standing on the main shopping strip and it's taken me about 8,200 steps to get here. This suburb's really interesting. Almost half the population has Chinese heritage, which makes for amazing culture and food. I'm standing outside Kirin Bar and these guys have taken unique Asian flavours and put them in gelato. Think Japanese flavoured teas, Vietnamese coffee, and so much more. I can't wait for a scoop here.
I have been in the industry for a long time. My previous job, I was the sales rep of selling gelato equipment and gelato ingredients. So I know the industry, I know how to make gelato. I train people to make gelato actually. And in Sydney, there's a lot of brilliant Italian, European gelato place, but the market always lacking of the gelato, which is focusing in Asian flavor and tea flavor. And since I got a bit of knowledge, and because of my background, I thought I wanted to do this and introduce our culture and infuse with the gelato and present to the Sydney-siders. So that was the goal. I don't think anywhere else in Sydney you can find the jasmine milk tea gelato.
Now, I want to tell you all about what I've ordered, but I'm sorry, I can't wait, so hold on. That is really one excellent scoop. So I've gone with Ovaltine. I couldn't resist the trip down memory lane for me. I grew up with Ovaltine. I think it was pitched as a health drink. I don't know if it was a powder that you mixed with milk, chocolatey, malty, a little bit like Milo, but not quite. It's also got little chocolate chips in it, which give it a great texture. Perfectly creamy. I've seen all over social media the daifuku and I'm really excited to try it. Can you tell me about it?
It's pretty much a mochi dessert with filling. But traditionally, it's usually just the black sesame or the red bean paste. But we decided to rub it freshly with our in-house made gelato.
Can you explain what mochi is?
It's made with like sticky rice, so it's chewy.
Yep.
It gives a little bit of the texture to it, so you can actually chew and bite the ice cream.
This is a first time for me. This is the daifuku, and I've chosen the genmaicha, which is the roasted brown rice and tea ice cream. And I've been told I have to bite it first and then use the spoon in that order. So here goes. Oh, that's really, really, really interesting. So firstly, the gelato itself. It is sophisticated flavour. It is silky, not too sweet. It is fantastic. And this outside adds a new dimension to the whole thing. It adds a chewiness, like John was saying. Look at that. It adds a substance to this delicious gelato that you can't get any other way. So come to Kirin Bar for the outstanding Ovaltine and chocolate chip gelato, and stay, definitely stay, for the Genmaicha Daifuku. So good. So we are 2 gelatos down, and I thought it was time to share with you a little bit about gelato that I've picked up along the way. So gelato means frozen in Italian, and it was thought to have been created by one Bernardo Buontalenti in Florence in about the 16th century for the Medici family. There are 2 main types of gelato: creme, which is milk-based with flavourings and sugar, and the other is sorbet or sorbetto, which is fruit-based with sugar and water. I'm a bit embarrassed to tell you that I never really understood the difference between ice cream and gelato, and this is what I now know. Now, gelato doesn't usually use eggs in the base. It has less fat, less air, and it's served at a slightly higher temperature. All of those leading to more flavour, which leads, of course, to more happiness. We have about 5 k's to go on this day's walking, and I think we need to get going. I've got to walk up an appetite. See you at the next stop. I'm really schwitzing now. It has been 15,702 steps to get here. I am in Sydney Olympic Park, and it's absolutely beautiful. Standing here over this river reminds me of the Yarra back in Melbourne where I grew up. Same colour, same look, just a bit smaller. So I have made it here. I am in the suburb of Rhodes, which is about 10 kilometres east of Parramatta. Everyone knows Rhodes for the IKEA here. Yeah, I can see all you Sydney people nodding. It has been quite the day. 18,901 steps to get here. That's 12.57 kilometres. We all feel very proud of ourselves today. I'm standing right outside a fantastic gelato shop called Tasty Towns Gelato. It's run by a gorgeous couple, Willie and Tommy. Willie brings her Dutch heritage to the shop, and Tommy brings his Asian ancestry. And their ancestries combined have created some truly spectacular flavours. I think I'm ready for my very last sugar hit of the day.
So for my Dutch heritage, in our gelato menu we have the flavor speculaas, which is in the Netherlands a spiced biscuit with the 6-spice blend of cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, nutmeg, white pepper and ginger. And then we do a lotus biscoff sauce throughout it, just to add a little bit of the crunchiness to it.
Amazing. Too excited to dive into this one. Look, this is a mini stroopwafel. Look at that. Oh my God, so exciting. All right, diving in. This is heaven, heaven, heaven. This is a speculaas flavour, which is the Dutch spiced biscuit. I can taste so much spice. The flavour is so intense, but smooth and creamy. Such a good combo. And not only does it have this smoothness in there, but there's a biscuit ripple through there that gives it a crunch. So you've got the smooth gelato and the crunchy biscuit all at the same time. And bits of the biscuit have gone a little bit soggy now, which actually just adds another dimension. I love this. I don't know what to do first, really. This is melting fast. I want to eat it, but how about this? It's beckoning. This is a spiced caramel filled stroopwafel. It's bloody delicious. I'm going back for more. It's too good. I just could not resist these little Dutch pancakes. Poffertjes. I know, I haven't had quite enough sugar yet. This is everything I wanted it to be. It's a little fluffy, gorgeous pancake made with buckwheat flour, which just adds a really earthy flavour. They are gorgeous. There's a million toppings to choose from. I picked butter and icing sugar. Let's keep it simple. So good. So come to Tasty Towns Gelato for the specular scoop and stay a little while longer for these mini Dutch pancakes. So that's it. I have loved today's ep. Imagine an Italian, Asian and Dutch gelato experience all in 12 kilometres. How good is that? Now I'm going to have a little bit of a post-sugar nap, and after that we're going to go back to my kitchen where I'm going to make you something frozen and sweet and of course delicious. What a day we have had. Now, I grew up eating ice cream, as many of my gen did, and I still remember the Neapolitan log, which was a log with vanilla, chocolate, strawberry ice cream, chocolate on the outside, and we used to slice it to serve it for dessert. It was just the best. I've tried my hand at cooking ice cream for many years, and more recently, gelato. But I wanted to make something today that was inspired by the day because it's frozen and delicious, but that's really a shortcut all the way. Something quick and easy and just fantastic. So the idea for this recipe first came about when I wrote a piece for a blog on the topic of kummerspeck. Now, kummerspeck is a German word that literally means grief bacon, and it refers to actually the weight you gain when you're grieving or sad or something's going on in your life. And the idea is that when you're in those moments, you head to fried meats or bacon or whatever to soothe your grief, to soothe your soul. So I've created an ice cream that I think would soothe anybody's soul. It's the sort of thing you want to make yourself a tub, grab a spoon, jump under the covers, just enjoy. So today I'm going to make my kummerspeck ice cream, which is roasted peanut, caramel chocolate fudge and Malteser ice cream. Let's dive in. I'm going to start with the chocolate caramel fudge sauce. We need to make a caramel, so to a saucepan I'm going to add some sugar, water and glucose. Turn the heat to medium-high, and once the sugar starts to melt, turn it down to about medium. So the sugar is dissolved. I'm just going to let it come to a simmer, and now I'm not going to touch it again. So you need to be a bit brave here because the colour of the caramel needs to be really deep and golden, and it needs to be a step before burnt. So you need to start to smell this little bit of burning sugar, and that bitterness is going to come out, which just takes the caramel to the next level. I wish you could smell it because it's telling me that it's pretty much ready. It's a beautiful deep golden colour. It's really the smell. Carefully. Please be careful, it's really hot. Put in a little bit of the cream at a time. The heat is on low now. Sometimes it does seize like it has, and that doesn't matter. You just keep stirring through it and it'll come out the other side. See, there's a big lump of caramel in there, yum. Don't touch it and don't worry, we'll come through this together. I'm gonna add the butter and the chocolate. You can actually turn off the heat now because there's so much heat in there. It's going to melt perfectly and slowly, just like that. It's getting smoother, more luscious, glossy. This is something you really literally want to dive into. That's it. A beautiful sauce. So the caramel chocolate fudge sauce has cooled down to room temperature. What you're going to need is your favourite ice cream or gelato. So I'm just going to chop it up. I'm going to chop it up because I don't want it to melt, but I want everything to be mixed through. So I've made a single layer of the ice cream squares, and I'm going to just sprinkle the goodness on top. Some roasted salted peanuts, some chopped Maltesers. Maltesers are great. They add just that element of malty crunch that you really need in this. Best part of all is this. I mean, does that define the word luscious? I think so. And I'm just going to drizzle it all over like this. And I just want to combine it without melting. Yum. I could just really take this board now and go start eating it, but let's just remember, I don't want a chocolate ice cream. I want a vanilla gelato base, whatever you're using, with all these beautiful things swirled round. So it's just starting to melt, so I do want it in the freezer for another few minutes before I dig in. So excited. It's ready. Don't even need a bowl. You know when you have a spoon of something and it's got everything you love in one mouthful? This is it. Smooth ice cream or gelato if that's what you've got. Roasted salty peanut crunch. Smooth, chewy caramel chocolate, malty crunch and crispiness from the Maltesers. I'm happy. You'll find all the recipes and links to the fabulous places we visited today in the description under the video. Check out the channel and find all the goodness that's there to be enjoyed. And when you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe. I want to thank you so much for walking up an appetite with me today. It's been wonderful. And remember, there's got to be joy in the journey and deliciousness in the destination. And don't mind me, I'm just heading to the couch with this.